kind of spooky, huh?
A flower from my head and drop it 6 feet down.
Wow.
I look, are you around?
JC, I'm Ron.
Hi, Ron. JC Harris. Glad to meet you.
Nice to meet you. This is Christopher
Hi,
O'Brien.
Chris. How are you? Glad to meet
These
you
are our
guys.
camera guys. This is Mike and this is Dennis back here.
Dennis, Mike, how are you doing? How you doing?
So this place, you can just about feel it just
Can't you?
pulling up.
Isn't it
And it's
amazing?
This presence that we saw against
I
the
know.
sunset.
It's got its own personality, don't it? Actually, multiple personalities.
And this place was, I know you told me that it was some kind of an institution. But tell
It
me
was
more
built
about
in
that.
1902. It was originally called Illinois Asylum for the Incurable Insane.
So this is where they put like the people that were like the worst of the worst?
Yes, the
Oh,
people
wow.
that they had no hope of curing. Done a lot of experimentation, things like that. So it saw a lot of things. It was actually, it was in a mental institution its entire life. It was shut down in 1974 and has been abandoned ever since.
So when did they open it?
1902.
1902.
Mm-hmm.
So that was back in the infancy of modern day psychiatry. So, a lot of times in mainstream ghost hunting, everybody's so focused on the scientific aspect of it that they tend to poo-poo the whole idea of, well, let's do a white light ceremony, let's protect ourselves, let's do the things that we need to do to make
Right.
sure that on a spiritual basis we're covered. And I see that that's very important to you. So let's talk a bit about that and your particular take on it.
It is very important to me. I mean, my past experience indicates it is very necessary. I've went into some very bad cases. I'm actually a demonologist, a laity demonologist, and I go into a lot of cases or a lot of houses where groups have went into, or people that amateur investigators have gone into, and they start doing an investigation because they didn't take the proper precautions up front. Then they open the door for negative entities, and it's just overpowering for the homeowner or the paranormal investigators. It's just something that needs to be done. It's critical.
And so you've seen these negative forces have actual
I've
effects on
seen
people.
them, felt them. I've got proof. I've got the scars. I've got everything to back it up. Yeah.
Now you told me about a scar that you have from an investigation. Can you show us?
Yeah, I was actually on an investigation. I was dowsing, and I was wearing a crucifix, and the crucifix actually burned into my chest.
And that actually happened spontaneously. What's that right there?
It burned in a couple of places. The one place you can actually still see the almost entire imprint. The other part was just kind of where it bounced around when I was trying to get it off of me.
Was there a lot of people there when it happened?
There was about 7 or 8 people around. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, and what I was doing was dowsing. We were doing an investigation open to the public in a Civil War fort down in Kentucky. And actually, before I even felt it, people started noticing something smelling. It smelled like skin burning or flesh burning. And about that time, I felt it and looked, done that. Sure enough, I mean, it was me.
What kind of equipment do we have at our disposal tonight?
We've got EMF meters, we've got audio recorder, we got video cameras, we've got night vision, we've got a new box or new machine out from Digital Dowsing called an Ovulus. We've pretty much got the gamut. So, I mean, we got about anything we want to use. I've got dowsing rods, pretty much anything we need. And before we go in, I'd like to say our blessing. Just, everybody could just join hands. Right hand
Let's
up.
take a minute and actually let's talk about why we're doing this and why it's so important.
Left hand up, right hand down. It's left up to me. It'll be right there. The reason this is important is to protect us before we go in there against any evil spirits that might be in there, and to protect us against any type of entity or any type of negative environment in there. So this is critical. This will be what we do before we go in. We'll also do a closing ceremony or closing blessing before as we go out. And we'll also do a blessing on the building. We'll use some holy water to make sure that we're good and safe.
And how important is this, do you think, to anybody that's doing these kind of investigations in places like this?
This is critical. It's like going scuba diving without wearing your mask, or your tank. I mean, this is what's going to sustain you. This is what's going to support you.
And so we're going to invoke the protection of the light.
We're going to ask for the white light of protection. We're going to say the Our Father prayer, and then we're going to ask for the white light of protection from the universe to surround us and protect us as we go through the building. Okay.
Amen.
Amen. All right. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Okay. Now I'm going to walk in. I'm going to lead. I'm going to take the holy water. I'm going to walk through the building first, and I'm going to go. I'm going to be praying silently as we walk through. Are you ready?